or may be unfamiliar with my face, my name is Joselyne Sanchez, and I am the Lakeview Class of 2025 Salutatorian. Looking out at the sea of students in front of me, I am both utterly terrified and overwhelmed with pride and a fondness for you all. Standing up here to share a few words before we leave this era of our lives behind is an honor that I do not take lightly. That is, of course, mostly because I still have nightmares about my AP Calculus class. It was rough. With that being said, despite being second place, I'm afraid I've worked a bit too hard to be here to just keep this speech short. I am sorry for that, but also not really. I've been known to cry a lot, so I'll try to keep it in for this speech. I'd first like to take a moment to speak from a more personal place in thanking my family. Perhaps some of you understand this sentiment on a deeper level. I am the proud daughter of Mexican immigrants. My parents came to this country with little more than hope in their hearts and a vision for a better future. They came here with more courage than money, more faith than certainty, and more resilience than stability. Despite not having much, they gave me everything. A deep love for our culture, an incredible work ethic, and the belief that dreams are meant to be chased, even when that path is uphill. Your roots are not your limitations, but your strength. To my parents, sitting over here, gracias por cada sacrificio, cada palabra de aliento, y por enseñarme que lo imposible solo tarda un poco más. Your courage has built the foundation for my success this far, and every achievement I celebrate is one I share with you. You may not have come to this country for me specifically, I wasn't even a thought, but you stayed here, and I appreciate that so much more than words could describe. To my dear friends and teachers throughout the years, thank you for your wit and vibrance. Your support has been greatly appreciated throughout the time that we've known each other. Making it this far would not have been possible without you, and I assume most of us here feel the same way about our close friends and mentors. They're all cheering us on here today. I could never hope to put into words the impact that you've had on my life. And for those of you who have tirelessly and incessantly asked for shout-outs, you know exactly who you are. I hope that I've shown you how much you mean to me through my actions, our conversations, and every small interaction of ours. I like the idea that we're all museums of everyone and everything that we have ever loved, with each exhibit holding the pieces of others that they've left with us. Finally, and most importantly today, to my fellow graduates, congratulations. We are the generation that grew up in a world that's changing faster than ever. We are also the largest graduating class in US history as of right now. Yet, in the midst of uncertainty, you've shown resilience, creativity, and compassion. Some of us balance school with jobs, family responsibilities, or personal battles that no one saw. But we kept going. Remember that success is not perfection. It's not about perfection, but about perseverance. Whatever comes next, college, careers, or taking a well-deserved nap, we carry with us the love of our families, the lessons of our past, and with us the power of our stories. For the longest time, I've struggled with finding out who I was outside of academics, outside of an A. But even more so now that we reached the end of this particular journey. I've even been told by several people that they don't know anything about me, they don't know who I am outside of school. At times, I feel myself, I barely scratched the surface. Now, I'm not here to tell you that A's don't matter, or why you're all sitting here, why I had to write out the speech, but they're not everything. And that was, perhaps, the hardest lesson that I've had to learn in high school. Be kind to yourself. Remember to give yourself some grace and allow for a little spontaneousness in your life. Never be afraid to try new things and explore your identity, especially with the big change of going off to college or leaving behind 14 years of familiarity. There's something special about the things you don't plan for, the things that shock you, that force you to change your plans, because life isn't meant to turn out the way that you envisioned it. For every moment after today, do not discourage yourself because it was not what you planned to do. Do not discourage yourself for not being where you wanted to be at 5 years old, for not doing what your parents wanted you to. Trust yourself and find solace in the knowledge that slowly but surely, You will find what you're looking for in life and reach where you need to be. For anyone who maybe hasn't heard it sincerely or enough, know that I am proud of your accomplishments, that this entire room is full of people who are proud of you. That said, I would like to leave you guys with a quote from Scott Street by Phoebe Bridgers. That quote being, "Anyway, don't be a stranger." That is to say, please don't become a stranger to me. A bit of a selfish request. Text me about the new friends you make at college. Call me when you just need someone to talk to. Invite me to your weddings and special events a few years from now, maybe sooner. Come say hi when you see me, or wave at me when you pass each other on the streets. Today may very well be the last time that we see all of these faces together in the same place again. Regardless of where you go and what you do, though, it'll all work out in the end, even if it may not seem so at first. That I can assure you. I love you all, congratulations, and thank you for everything.